this Parse video, I'm going to be taking a look at the word ailing. Simply because in this recent short that was published, titled For the Truth, full stop, J. Rumbleseed commented ailing, exclamation point. No context or anything, but just posted the word ailing. And I thought to myself, I haven't heard that word in a very long time, because I myself don't really use it in any correct sentence, structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar, contracts. Now, why is that? Because I do know that DAVID-WYNN Miller was very fond of using this word. If you watch his old videos, you will hear him say, this is an ailing contract, or blah, 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 blah. Well, what does it mean? Let's find out. Going to our trusty ÉTI-Mo online website, ailing is an adjective in the fiction meaning sick, ill, suffering. Sick, ill, suffering. So an ailing contract is a contract that is sick, that is suffering? How can a contract do that? And that only living creatures could be sick or ill or suffering. Interesting. So of course it's from ail. So let's go to ail. Ail is a verb. Middle English, ailing, trouble, afflict, harm. Old English, eglan, to trouble, plague, afflict. Proto-Germanic, asjas, source of, also of Old English, egle, hideous, loathsome, troublesome, painful. So you got a contract that's trouble, it's afflicted by something, it's a contract of harm, you have a contract that's trouble, a contract that's a plague, a hideous contract, a loathsome contract, a troublesome contract, a painful contract. Gothic, agles, shameful, disgraceful contract, distressful, a hardship contract, oppressive contract. Now we get to the Proto-Indo-European root, which means to be depressed, to be afraid. So it's a depressed contract, a contract that is fearful. So now I know why I don't really use this word, because it's more, from my humble perception, it's just more fiction, babble, assumption, presumption, and projection, quite frankly. Like if you remember, and I was an English major in college, and I read a lot of poetry, and that you had these romantic period poets who would say, oh, lonely as a cloud, as if a cloud is lonely, right? You're imbuing, and historically, if you read history, especially religion, you will find that mankind loves to project their emotions and qualities onto things that don't exist, and also inanimate things. Oh, that's a lonely rock there, a lonely cloud, right? That's a depressed contract right there. This compact disc player is suffering from anxiety. It's an anxiety-ridden compact disc player. Goofy things like that. God is a jealous God. Okay. So anyways, that long story short, that's why I don't use that word, ail. Just because of the fiction connotations of it, it doesn't make sense to say that a contract is ailing. Because how can a contract be depressed or be afraid? Interestingly enough, if you read literature prose from late 1800s or early 1900s, you will see people, or even 20th century, you'll see people say ag, as a sign of distress. Well, now you know where it comes from, right? Now, having said all that, I do have this word ale in my correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar dictionary. Now, I, or Raven, may have at one point in time used this word in a contract. But I can guarantee you that I personally have not used it in the last 5-6 years. For the ale of this finite mean is with this claim of this corruption with a source of a content matter with the damages by the certification, and then backwards that would be for the certification of the damages is with a content matter of a source with this corruption of this claim with this finite mean by the ale. So it's sort of tailored to mean what we would use it for in a correct sentence structure contract. And we would not use this unless we had proof of the corruption, which corruption basically means that it's a malicious volition, basically, and we can prove that. But the bottom line is the damages. Okay, it's something that's causing damages. Ale is certification of damages. So this is a very potent, powerful word, not to be used too often, I would think. Hence why I don't really use it or have really used it. Also based upon the etymological roots of the word, it doesn't really make sense to say that a contract is depressed, does it? And this is the importance of parsing. And I say this, you will hear me say this, what, 1,000,000 times? Am I over-exaggerating? Over-exaggerating. That's a funny word. As if exaggerating is not enough, you over-exaggerate. Fiction babble. Gotta love it. But I've said this multiple times. Parse is the backbone of learning this grammar. You must put the work in so that you can build your psychological database and have all this stuff ready to go when you have to use it. Because, why? Because it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Just like martial arts skills. Caveat emptor, que sera, sera.